Hey, what's up, Smart Chiropractor? Dr. Jeff Langman here with Dr. Jason Deitch, part of the Smart Chiropractor team, and we wanted to hop on and talk to you about reactivations. We have dug deep into our data over the last year and discovered that our average member receives 3 to 5 patient reactivations each and every week on Autopilot using the campaigns you're going to have access to. We're going to show you that exact campaign flow and provide you an email template to get started. I have dropped the link either above or below in the description on this video, so please click over or check your email because this is part of the complete picture of filling the holes in your bucket, patching those up so that you can have a better practice in 2023 through automation that reduces the stress on you and your team, gets better results, and deepens the relationships you have with your patients. Jason, that's a lot to promise, but we've been going through this all over the last week and a half. We're going to be talking a lot more about it over the coming weeks as well as we put this all together. But today's reactivations, what do docs out there need to know?
Let's work backwards on all of this. How would you like to have 3 to 5 reactivations every week, week after week after week after week? And the data shows that's exactly what's happening to our clients who are following the exact model we're giving you away for free. And reactivations are wonderful. I had a great conversation with chiropractors over the weekend, and their feedback was, I love reactivations. Why? They already know me. They already like me. They already trust me. They just fell out of the system. And for them to get back on board, whether it's to get back onto their wellness or proactive program, whether they go, oh, wow, I had this thing and I've been meaning to contact you. Thank you so much for making the effort to think about me and make sure that you stay connected to me. That is the feeling that people have when you really go through and stay in touch with them. I know a lot of chiropractors are like, oh, I don't want to bother my people. One person once told me that I emailed them too much and they got, a little upset with me. So I better not email everyone. I mean, it's just not the right way to think about it. Most people appreciate when you are following our system, I'll say, which is to teach and invite consistently. We're not saying spam. We're not saying email, constant advertisements, or anything that appears to be some sense of desperation for needing more new patients. We're talking about being generous, being kind, being thoughtful, being smart, and sharing information that people actually appreciate. That's the work we've done for you. We're going to give you a free example if you want to do it yourself. We're going to show you what we do if you want us to do it for you. This campaign is going on over the next few weeks, but now is the time in order for you to be able to put in your name, put in your email address, watch the videos, get the free email examples so you can learn. And again, if you want to do this yourself, we just want we want to be the technology that drives more chiropractic patients into chiropractors' offices than anyone out there. Whether you use our technology, whether you use our information and do it yourself, that is our goal. We've been doing this between us for decades, and we continue to be passionate about wanting to help you grow your practice and wanting to help you help your people be served at a higher level. And what makes what we're doing unique and different is that this has nothing to do with paid advertising. There's no additional costs for advertising costs. You are working with the people you've already worked with that for whatever reason have stopped coming in for a period of time. And you're just saying, hey, remember me, remember your body, remember your health. Here's the science. Here's what you should be thinking about. It's December right now. So many of our clients have just sent out their HSA, FSA reminders. These are time-tested, data-proven, right? If you like evidence-based, here's the evidence that these are systems that work effectively to drive patients back into your office. Jeff?
You said it, Jason, and I'm gonna get real here. It's weekly email newsletters are critical to drive reactivations, and you might be saying weekly. Let me check on that. Yes, weekly, every week. You cannot send an email once a year and think that's really going to drive results for your practice. Now, the catch-22 and what Jason said is sometimes docs can be a little skittish about sending emails, and I'm just going to call it as it is. One email that's a piece of junk is spam. 300 emails that deliver value, that are engaging, that are inspiring, that teach and invite are welcome. And you want to be welcome. That is why copywriting is so key. And that is why we want to provide you with at least one of those email templates to get started. We want to show you the campaign flow. That is how to automate the process. And we want to help you get started by giving you an email template. Copy matters. And if you've ever sat down and written an email yourself, you probably know that that is the case, because sometimes that can be the scary proposition. Man, I don't know if I want to send this. And often docs don't send enough because they don't know how to do it appropriately. We spend a ton of time, effort, and energy. We send over 1 million emails each and every month for over 300 doctors around the world. And we've discovered when you use a strategy and a system of teach and invite consistently, you can expect to generate 3 to 5 patient reactivations each and every week. Now, over the last week and a half, Jason and I have been discussing the bucket that is your practice. New patients are that water in the top. Holes in the side of your bucket are retention issues, and most docs have no bottom of their bucket. That's the reactivation. So the more water you flow in through the top, the more is going out the sides and going right out the bottom. Symptoms of that are a never full schedule, are having a ton of patient records, even just more than 300 or 400, and constantly feeling that roller coaster of needing new patients. And we've been generating and working with you, talking with you about how you can have more water go in the top, new patients. We started with that last week. We then went on and moved on to retention to patch the holes in the side of your bucket. Now it's time for the bottom. And this is that big rock. This is the data that we know. It is proven. This works. And it deepens the relationship you have with your patients. I'll bring up a quick example here, Jason, before I kick it back over to you. I've had this experience. I know everybody I talk to have had this experience. I'll give a generic example, but patient comes in, they have a low back issue, first time seeing a chiropractor, they love you, they have a great experience, they are well. All of a sudden, you don't see them for a little while. They come back in a year or two later with a little bit of a low back tweak. Oh, man, I really wanted to learn more about your proactive plan, but let's get me back on track with a couple adjustments here. And as you talk with them, they say, well, last year, I had a neck issue, but I know you're a low back doctor. So I went to the other chiropractor. And it's like infuriating, but if you don't teach and invite, if you don't stay top of mind, if you don't engage and educate with consistency, well, how can you expect anybody to believe anything different? And if your teaching does not extend beyond the 4 walls of your practice, you're missing a huge opportunity to connect with people at a deeper, higher level, which means that they stick around longer, they refer more, they generate more testimonials for you, and ultimately, they come back in when they're ready. And that is what is critical about a reactivation campaign. Is it is essential for you to stay top of mind. If you're spending money on SEO, if you're spending money on advertising, if you're going out to events, if you're doing spinal screenings, if you have physician referrals, get a bottom of your bucket. If you have no bottom of your bucket, you're doing all that work and like 99% of the heat loss, like an engine with heat loss. You want to patch that hole in the bottom of your bucket. A reactivation campaign does it. We want to hook you up with the exact campaign flow that we've seen be successful for over 300 docs around the world, as well as a template to get started. A lot to unpack there, Jason.
Well, let's simplify it as we close up. Saying number 1, all of you have heard this, I believe, before. Make new friends, but keep the old. And that's what we're saying. Yes, get new patients. It's wonderful. But if that's all you focus on, you will have a chronic addiction to needing more new patients all the time if the ones that come in don't stick around. And we're talking about appropriately, right? We're not saying over recommending anything. And number 2, one of the most important things you may have heard us say over and over and over, and we will continue to say over and over and over again, is that the key to success is consistency. That is pretty much common knowledge these days. Consistency is the new intensity, as I've heard it said. But the key to consistency is automation. And that's exactly what we want to help you do, is automate your communications via email to the people that expect to hear from you. They are your patients. They have been there before. This is not cold calling. It's not even marketing. It is customer service, or being a generous, smart chiropractor who actually cares about the people that have been in to see you already, instead of always going, we need more new ones. Are we getting the ads? How come you're calling? Where is everybody? So our system has talked about new patients and our new patient pop-up. So the people that come to your website, if they're not ready to make an appointment in the moment, can opt in and give you their email address to learn more. And that earns you the ability then to stay in touch with them. We then talked about retention. That means people that come in should stay and follow through their active care plan recommendations. A lot of them don't. Why? Well, I feel better. I don't need you. I don't feel better. It's not working. Well, that's not how it's supposed to work. All of you have an understanding of why you make your care plan recommendations. Most of you would agree that it's not just for temporary symptomatic relief. Oh, I'll give you an adjustment, come back when it feels better. You usually have recommendations. And explaining to people why you do what you do, answering the frequently asked questions, sharing your office policies, explaining those things that every single new patient needs to know and needs to know consistently through email automation is the second part of what we do. And today, again, just to wrap up, we are talking about reactivations, keeping the old ones, making sure that those people that dropped out of care, they felt better, they finished their active care plan, their insurance ran up, they went on vacation, they forgot, they just stopped. All of the excuses you've heard for many years, I'm sure, get eliminated, get blasted because you're doing the right thing proactively. Not because you're desperate going, where is everybody? I need them. But because you know that every person needs to understand why they should come in, why they should stay focused on their care plans, and why they should be coming back to see you when it is appropriate to come back to see you. We want to earn your trust in business by sharing with you the automations we already use effectively for over 300 plus offices over the years. Now's your time to learn what we're doing. Do it yourself. Let us do it for you. We're coming up on the new year, and we're specifically doing this now for the new year because it's really appropriate. Just like most people are going to go, oh, wow, New Year's resolutions, it's time for me to take care of myself. Guess what? New Year's resolutions. Next year should be your best year ever in practice. We want to be there to help support you do that. So, Jeff, you got some holiday lights going on in the background. It is the season. Happy holidays, everyone. I'll kick it back to you.
Yeah, indeed. I'm just going to encourage everybody listening and watching to click the link. If you have seen this come across your email because you are on our list, please download these. We have put this together to help you have better automations, better marketing, better strategies, and we've provided you with the exact email templates to kickstart each phase. New patients, retention, reactivation. Reactivation is that bottom of your bucket. This is mission critical. If you don't have a bottom of your bucket, it doesn't matter how much water or new patients you put in the top, you are going to constantly have a schedule that never seems full. Here's the good news. Many docs do not know this. If you have a list of over 300, if you've seen 300 patients in your career, you really can and should be able to generate 3 to 5 reactivations each and every week by using the automated campaigns that we're going to share with you, the campaign flow. So if you're on our email list already, thanks for being on it. We've been hooking you up every step of the way. Be sure to check your email, ensure that you're downloading these, putting them on your desktop, sharing it with your marketing coordinator, front desk team, or whoever it might be. And if you are not yet on our email list or you haven't seen it come through, click the link, head over. We'll hook you up with all the campaign flows and templates. And Jason and myself will be back tomorrow where we basically put this all together as we announce Patient Pilot. And that is all about filling and patching those holes in your bucket. So now is the time to get educated on what you can do in 2023 to ensure you have your best year. And we're going to share with you everything that we know, everything that we've learned, and everything that we have seen be successful for hundreds of docs. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being a chiropractor. And on behalf of Jason and everybody on our team, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching this video on the Smart Chiropractor. To not miss a single thing that's clinically oriented, marketing oriented, or more, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel today.